I have a few questions that I prepared actually for us both.
Okay.
I don't want to rush us, but I think considering it's sort of dark, we will. So, and the first one, just generally, I was thinking is, how was it? Like, how was the experience for you generally? You mentioned already that in Marrakesh, you felt like one needed to have their guard up a bit more than in the other places. Safety-wise, generally in Morocco, how did you feel, throughout the entire trip?
Throughout the entire trip, very safe, surprisingly. Even in, I think people were just over exaggerating, depending on where they're from. But it's strange because even my Nigerian friends told me, "Oh, just have your guard up." Maybe because they've been living in London for too long, and then they said, "Okay, just get your mindset again, as if you're going back to Lagos."
And in Marrakesh, I guess that kicked in.
Yeah,
a bit.
It kicked in, but it only kicked in because this guy is trying to swindle you, so automatically it kicks in. But safety-wise, I felt very, very safe.
Yeah,
very safe. Although I felt safer in the other towns. I felt the most unsafe in Casablanca, to be honest with you. But the people were okay. But just because when I saw the environment, I just automatically switched back to Lagos. Yeah. But Tangier, Rabat, it was, you're pretty much in Europe.
Yeah.
You're pretty much in Europe.
I would say, since I recently had my phone stolen in Berlin, I would say I felt a lot safer.
There you go.
I felt a lot safer than in Europe.
Yeah.
What was your least favorite bit of this trip?
Did I have a least favorite bit? Okay, would have been, we didn't have enough time.
Oh.
I would have liked more time.
I agree.
Yeah. This is minimum a 2-week trip.
I agree.
It's a 2-week trip. So some parts of it felt as if we were rushing. Then we tried to slow it down near the end. Remember?
Yeah.
When we got there, it's like when we got into Tangier, we should have at least spent the day and night in Tangier before rolling out, and then spend another, day, night on the way back. So I felt, but we did well. We did well. That was the only thing. What else didn't I like? It was just to spend a bit long. Marrakesh too, even though, I'd have liked to at least seen also the nightlife.
In Marrakesh.
You didn't let me see because obviously you had stomach upsets.
And
you went and ate that. I told you not to eat it. You went and ate it.
The 2-day-old paella. Seafood paella, the whole things. 2 days old, sitting in the hot car.
I don't know how you did that.
Cold.
I
just didn't want to waste food. I don't want to waste food.
That was it. Can I think of anything else? No. I mean,
but speaking,
my least favorite. So that would have been it. That's the least thing. It's not favorite.
Yeah. I agree with that because when I think of my favorite moments, it was really just, like in Rabat when we were watching the surfers, or also when we stopped in Skirat and stayed at that small, tiny town. And you were working and I was at the beach watching surfers. That was so nice. Or in Casablanca, which you didn't love, but I really liked Casablanca because of the experience watching the skateboarders. They were actually rollerblading.
That was nice though.
The rollerbladers.
That bit was nice.
Yeah.
That bit was nice.
Because remember we'd planned on
just
leaving.
Remember me that we actually, because I've forgotten the restaurant that we ended up there.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
We'd planned on leaving Casablanca.
Yeah.
And we were just like, let's just get a meal, and then spent way too much time watching these children on their inlines that was fun. We needed to spend the night then.
What else did we do in Casablanca?
We went to see the church, one of their six Catholic churches.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice. And the security guard took us around in that one.
That was really nice because I think we really had no common language, but he was explaining everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was really lovely. And we got to park in the church's parking lot.
Which was really nice and quiet. the perfect
Considering
parking.
how
In case
busy the
we're
area
there
was.
again, that is where we'll go. And we know the guy. We'll tell him, listen, my guy, not to worry. We'll park here. We'll come spend the whole day.
Exactly. We went to Lixus. Remember day
Yes,
one? Oh my
yes,
gosh.
yes,
This trip
yes.
started out with a bang. Like that was really
We've done
lovely.
a lot. We've done a lot. So
Yeah.
Lexus, we did the tour of the. So Lexus is the oldest, in case everybody's listening, the oldest city in Morocco.
Yeah.
It's over or about 2,000 years old, correct?
Yeah, it's over 2,000
Over
years old.
2,000 years old.
Yeah.
And the remains are still there. It's shocking. A lot of people just go into Marrakesh, fly in, stay there, do the parties or shopping or whatever it is, and then beach close by and then fly out.
Yeah.
And that is not Morocco. So, so that's another thing about this trip that I liked. The experience generally was a unique one. So never been on a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this kind of road trip outside the UK,
Mm-hmm.
outside Nigeria. And what else was it? Like you, what you said, the visuals. So it was a visual, what's it? Experience.
Yeah.
Culturally, it was good to see within the country, the different cities, how they all lived. That was brilliant. Even the ride over the water. So moving all the way from Spain, getting down there. My seasickness didn't kick in, so that was good.
That was good.
That was good. And got me to practice my French.
And I was very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Because there were certainly moments in which it came in handy.
Exactly. Practicing that French. And, it's so the people are nice. It was good. I actually had in my mind that they were not going to be that nice.
Really?
Yeah. I had in my mind that, these Northern Africans be that nice. But they were very, very accommodating.
Yeah.
And Marrakesh, didn't plan on going, or it wasn't top of my list.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I made it because it's a unique city.
Okay.
I think the old city just felt old, even though they had the new parts.
Yeah. Because of like the color scheme, right, of the entire town.
Exactly.
Sort of blending into the desert.
Yeah.
And
they had that. And then obviously, you said it. So the planning wasn't too great.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that also added to it. You've got these spots in between the old and the new.
Yeah.
I guess they're still trying to develop that. But it was nice. What else? Favorite city? I don't think,
I love this. I don't even have to ask you the question.
Yes. I had a favorite yesterday, but on sleeping on it.
Really?
Yeah, on sleeping on it, each city has its own unique. Well, Casablanca is my worst.
Your least favorite city.
Yeah. Casablanca is my.
Is it too much like Lagos?
Exactly.
But smaller and
it doesn't even have the vibe,
the energy.
Yeah, the energy of Lagos.
But it has
but it was
the
nice
chaos.
On
a small scale.
On a small scale, it was nice. But on a return visit, if I could skip Casablanca, I would. Yeah. So Tanja.
Yeah.
So which I was corrected is not Tangier in French.
In French, yeah.
Tanja.
Tangier in English.
Yeah, Tanja. Marrakesh. Strangely enough, I'm still keeping it in there. It's a unique. The architecture, the vibe. It's unique.
Yeah.
Which of the towns did we get to? Then we got to. So it's Tanja, Marrakesh.
Our first stop.
And Rabat.
Yeah.
So Rabat. I think Rabat may be my best city.
Your favorite?
Yeah.
I really liked Rabat as well.
Yeah, Rabat may be my favorites. And then Tangier and Marrakesh coming a close second, I guess.
What did you like most about Rabat?
So Rabat, the old town.
Mm-hmm.
What the old town's called again? The Medinas. So the Medina. I liked it. I just, I just thought the way it was organized, it was it flowed with the new and the old city. So it was smack in town. And you find that those guys are living right next door to most of the prominent monuments.
Oh,
So everyone's really nicely, nice and tucked, close together. So it's not like the old town is totally separate and then you then come out, there's a space, you then travel to the new town. So everyone's all nicely connected.
Yeah.
Scenic-wise, landscape, beautiful. Getting into the town is amazing. Colorful. Roads are fantastic. What else?
The beach.
The beach. So you got the beach.
Yeah. I really enjoyed watching the surfers.
Exactly.
Not having to get in the cold water myself, but still feeling, the high of the wave.
Beautiful. And it was surprisingly not expensive for the capital, right?
Oh, yeah.
Surprisingly not expensive.
We got better deals in Rabat than in Marrakesh.
Yeah, we did. And okay. So Marrakesh also has that Lagos vibe of you have to be on your guard.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good because you're prepared for it. It's a different experience. So keeps you on your toes.
As you heard earlier, I really felt like when we got to Marrakesh, that's when the Lagos kicked in.
Exactly.
Like not even in Casablanca, which you say reminds you of Lagos, but like Marrakesh, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, that's right. My bro is from Lagos.
From Lagos. And I was told, because I told a friend, call out that I was going there. He goes, you're going there, but you're from Lagos now. Just kick in that Lagos effect and you'll be okay because they're going to try themselves down there.
Yeah.
Which they did. But you just be relaxed. Don't let them wreck your holiday. You understand it. Everyone's a hustler, especially where there are lots of tourists.
Oh.
But I don't know why the locals are, well, I guess it's because of the town. The town is, more relaxed, a lot more beautiful landscape-wise. Rabat, that's why they're less aggressive, you think?
Yeah, I think Marrakesh is a major tourist destination in Morocco. And most people I speak to do not know that the capital city is Rabat. And they may never have heard of it even, much less know that it's the capital city. So
you're right.
That's something. Because, there's Marrakesh, there's Fez, there's Agadir, there's Asara, there's Chefchaouen, and then the deserts, the mountains, all the other tiny beach towns that come up before anyone says Rabat. And of course, even Casablanca, people know a lot about Casablanca.
Before Rabat,
Rabat, yeah.
Only found out about Rabat last year.
Mm.
Casablanca because of the movies.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to visit it, but we got there. And,
the romance was over.
Romance was over. But I mean, not taking away from it. It's also a nice, nicely planned. Okay, Casablanca was nicely planned, especially on our second visit.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Our second, we stayed in Tanger at the end. So it's Tanger that we had the experience.
Tanger was lovely.
Lovely.
Really nice.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And like I said, the French was, let me give you, so j'adore nos vacances au Maroc parce que j'ai étudié français.
Shukran. I have no clue what he said. I have no clue what he said.
I didn't say well enough. Okay.
No. I don't speak French. I don't speak French.
So I said basically, I loved our trip, nos vacances au Maroc, to Morocco, parce because I could study my French. Well, I was going to say practice it. I didn't know what to say in French. So I said study.
Okay.
Speak.
So
I should have said speak. Oh, okay. Parce que parler français.
Nice. Nice.
Parler français.
Yeah. I feel like with a bit more time in Morocco, your French would have improved greatly.
Yeah.
Especially in those situations when we did encounter people who didn't speak English or Spanish or anything else.
Yeah.
like that food stand in Rabat, where you got the sardines and the salad.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did well there. And it's strange how your vocabulary just kicks in.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it.
Yeah.
So, and they're slower. So the French they speak there is slower. So it's easier to understand.
Nice.
To get a few words in. So Morocco will be seeing more of you.
Lovely. Right. Yeah. I have more questions, but I feel as if you answered almost everything I had on here. You already talked about taking the ferry. Oh yeah, I was amazed at how short this ferry ride was because
especially on the way back because
because the weather was bad on the way there, so it was probably also slower.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe it was very short. So the seasickness didn't kick in, so that's a good time.
Yeah,
1 hour. I think if it was too long, I might
have gotten worse. Yeah. So it's shorter than the ferry from France to England. I know I keep saying this, but I was absolutely amazed by this. I was just like, whoa, 1 minute you're in Europe, the next minute you're in Africa.
Exactly.
That was amazing.
And you don't even know. So you can see that obviously the two continents were connected at one point in time.
Yeah.
Because the landscape in Tarifa is literally almost the same as Tanger.
Exactly. Just that Tanger is a bigger city than
Exactly. So that was interesting to see. And that's another thing with the road trip. You get to see that changing landscape.
Oh, yeah.
Especially from when the landscape was green towards the northern parts of Morocco, and then it got more deserty as we got towards the inland, as we approached Marrakesh.
That was really nice to see, and each time just being amazed and in awe of the landscape, be it the green or the different colors of the desert sand.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That was lovely.
Beautiful continent. You should have told me you were going to be doing a video, actually. 1 hour before.
Somehow in my mind, I knew that I wanted to talk to you about it. I didn't expect any of the time to go by this because, trip, like short Okay. And
in my head, actually thought we were leaving on Wednesday. Well, I was leaving Wednesday.
I think everyone thinks you're leaving on Wednesday. Why don't you leave on Wednesday and we do this tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon, mornings, when the sun is out?
Can't change the day. I have to go.
Really?
Yeah. I'm on site. Well, it was only today actually because I'm going to leave tomorrow and look inside. Visit.
Today? Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, I missed out on having you here a bit longer.
I was actually thinking about it.
Why are you rushing back? Exactly.
Chill. Are you capturing sunset?
That might be all one can see, actually. That might be all.
Too dark now for us.
Exactly. Somehow we must have stuck out. I don't know why.
We definitely stuck out.
I thought
with your hair, you were definitely sticking out.
But I thought we looked
the black man, the handsome, tall black man.